Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Craft Hoarder over here on YouTube. We are back with another Whip and Chat Paint With Me episode. No idea. Is it 6? Not really sure. Gonna find out when I title this. Yeah, I'm bad at keeping track. So I know it's been a minute. I've got some things to talk about, and yeah, let's get to it. I'm gonna actually zoom you in. As you can see, we are almost done with this painting. This is the last section, so I'm gonna zoom you in and we'll finish it together, and yeah, just have a little chat. Excuse me. So first things first, um, I have this lovely little immobilizer on my right arm because had surgery. Sorry, I think I just bumped that. Had surgery. Surgery went well. They repaired the tendons in the shoulder and removed a piece of bone that they found floating around in there. So yeah, that went really well. I'm healing up from that. And of course I'm right-handed, so I have been doing everything left-handed on this last bit. And learning how to paint left-handed has been a little bit of a challenge. And actually I'm not getting enough light here, so let me find my light board switch. It's buried up here somewhere. Oh, come on, where is it? Oh my goodness. It is really far in there, and then I just knocked over all my yucky drills. Oh, I'm making a mess, folks. I am making a mess. What else is new, right? Like, always making a mess. But at least it's not like a huge mess. It could be so much worse. So let me... Whoa, that was a power flash. I don't know if the camera caught that, but everything just went dark for a sec. Let me pause and find my little light switch because I would really like to be able to see. Okay, so we got the light switch. Printer's resetting because that was a power fluctuation. So if you hear that in the background, sorry about that. So yeah, it's been an interesting little bit of time here. Sorry I haven't posted, but I have been recovering. I spent the first week back from surgery pretty much completely incapacitated, dead to the world kind of situation. But we're doing much better now. I'm off all of the pain medications. The physical therapy started, what was it? 3 days. 3 days after surgery. And I've got the same physical therapist that I've worked with in the past, which is awesome because I adore her. She is awesome. She helped me get through when I shattered my left elbow. And she helped me get to a point where like I've got full 100% functionality back in that. She's helped me when I had a back injury. So she's pretty familiar with my limitations and like how far I will push myself, which is always a good thing to have in a physical therapist, is somebody that pays attention to that kind of stuff. Plus, she's just a really cool person. I really like her. It's kind of like going and sitting with a friend while I'm working out. She's pretty cool peeps. So yeah, been doing that. I have met the goals that were set for me for range of motion. So now I pretty much just have to keep maintaining those. I am not allowed to use any of the muscles in my right arm without assistance at this point. I am staying in an immobilizer so that I don't use any of those, and it's a full deal. It's got like its own little cushion, and I, have to sleep in the thing, which is not comfortable at all. But it keeps me from moving, and everything's all strapped in there. So yeah, it's good. I've got another 4 weeks in this before we start taking it off for short periods of time, and basically put me on like a light duty kind of situation. Then I stay on that for 6 weeks before I'm completely out of the sling. Once I'm out of the sling, it's like another 6 weeks of like strength training again, because everything's gotten really weak on that side, which is normal. And we want to make sure it all heals before we really start trying to strengthen it in any way or take it beyond its capabilities. So, haven't posted in a little bit because, yeah, it's been busy and been recovering. So I appreciate you sticking around, and those of you who are new here joining us. I do really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Thank you to all of you. So yeah, I have learned how to single place left-handed. I'm not very fast at it, but I can get them pretty straight most of the time. So that's a good thing, right? Like, as long as it's straight, it doesn't really matter how quick or how slow it's getting done. It's getting done. That's the point, right? And this painting, I have been working on this for what feels like forever and a day. In reality has been well, let's see, we're in May now, so this would be 5, 6, 7, 8 months. I've been working on this painting for 8 months. That is not solid work on this painting because a lot of times I just won't touch it for like a couple of weeks, but I've pretty much been, and in the beginning I was doing other projects at the same time, but I've pretty much been focused on just this painting for the last, well, since we're in May, it'll be 5 months now. So, and it's been pretty slow going. Like, I do single place anyway, and then having everything that's been going on and taking vacation and just all of that stuff, I really have been working on this for far too long. But we are on the last section here, so I'm really excited about getting this finished, being able to show you guys what it looks like finished. This is the Autumn Wolf Family by Jan Patrick Krasny. Am I saying that right? I think I am. From Dreamer Designs. And I love it. I do love it. I'm ready for a change. So, since really all I've been able to do is just focus on recovering, then this has been what I've been doing in my time. is doing my physical therapy that I do at home and doing this. Like, this is what my days have been filled up with, is just recovery and painting. I've been talking to my fiance every day. He is a saint, let me tell you. I've unloaded some pretty heavy stuff on him here recently. Just because, you know, when you have surgery, they kind of warn you sometimes that your state of mind and your emotions can become very exaggerated, let's say, and not very clear or happy. So that's been kind of a struggle getting through all of that. But really, it's not bad. It's just, it is what it is. My therapist has been helping me a lot too. Like my what do you call him? A mental health therapist? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, he's been helping a lot, kind of navigate a lot of things, and we've been uncovering a lot of things and going through a lot of things. So that's been very trying as well. And to add on to it, like all the surgery residuals, whatever. So it's been kind of a heavy go, but it's good. It's a good kind of heavy. And my fiance has been an absolute saint through all of it. He has been so supportive and just, you know, I just love him so much. I really do. He's a great guy. A lot of people would just kind of be like, this is too much for me, but no, he's been really awesome. And actually, I'm very proud of him. He went to a small business conference, and he opened up his website, and so he's doing that, and he's doing amazing at it. But anyway, so we went to this conference today, and they have where you do a pitch for your business. It's like a sales pitch for your business, right? It's a marketing tactic. And it helps train you how to do it, how to approach people, you know, learning all about it, explaining what it is, what it does, what your goals are, all of those kinds of things. And he did that today, and they enter like the best pitches into a contest to see, and then they judge it, like who has the best pitch, right? And there's a cash reward for it. For first, second, and third place. There's also a logo that gets placed on a NASCAR car for a season. That's your small business logo. So he was nominated in that today, and he'll find out tomorrow. But hopefully, for those of you who are NASCAR fans, or for those of you who know people who are NASCAR fans, you're going to be seeing Kivo Fantasy Arts and Crafts on a NASCAR. That's what we're hoping. Like, he's got some amazing stuff. He does a lot of fantasy work. He's making dragon teeth and claws and necklaces and just a lot of really cool stuff. He's got a coder that he does that's like, you can have like, it's a ridiculous amount of coats in there. It's like 2 billion or something like that. Anyway, it's awesome stuff, and it's all very beautiful, and of course he makes everything. So very proud of him for that. That is awesome news. So exciting. I did file for my LLC for my soap business, so that's good. I've got some classes that I'm looking into right now on kind of like marketing and web design and just kind of like what all you need, because in different states each have their own different regulations, and it's kind of overwhelming when you're first starting out. So I am looking into some local resources for that looks like will be very helpful for me in knowing what my next steps are. I have sales already, but I want to be like 100% official, because I do have some shows coming up this year. I've got a show in July, and I have a show every quarter at one of the local bazaars. They are doing like a local bazaar now where it's in a assisted living facility, but anybody can join into it, and it's going to be focused on bringing small business in contact with some of the residents and just bringing like attention to small businesses. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's good stuff there. I'm just kind of trying to figure out like all the different licenses that I need. There's a lot of different tax laws that you have to follow. So yeah, I'm just kind of little bit lost at the moment, but I'm hoping that these classes will be very helpful. So that's happening with that. The kids are doing amazing. God, they're so smart. They are so smart. I'm not spending as much time with them at the moment. I have my brother who is also a saint. Very cool of him to come and stay with us during this time. And he's pretty much the parent right now. So that's been kind of hard too, because my life pretty much revolves around my children, and at this point I'm really not able to do much of anything for them. I can spend some time with them. Excuse me. 1 second. I think I need a drink of water. There's like, feels like something stuck in my throat. Sorry about that. So, I can spend time with them and stuff, but they're still very young, and they don't understand very well the concept of mommy being broken and mommy not being a jungle gym. So my time that I get to spend with them is kind of limited, because I really don't want to risk being out for even longer than I already have to be. I have dislocated the shoulder 8 times. And each time you do it, you're spending like 6 weeks in a sling. And while not all of those have been while my kids were here in existence, because they're very young, it's been enough that I really can't afford it to be anymore. Really cannot afford it to be anymore. It's kind of a awesome that it's so awesome that he's here. It's not kind of, it is so awesome that he is here. It's hard for me to take a back seat sometimes and let other people help. I'm not really used to that. I'm kind of stubborn and do way more than I should, but it's just one of those things about me. So taking a step back for a minute and letting someone else have the reins has been kind of hard. Definitely not used to that. So, but he's doing amazing with them. They adore him, and he adores them. So it's been really awesome. I've been being chauffeured around, which hasn't happened since, God, It's been years. It's been years. I'm always the one going out and doing everything and making sure everybody gets where they need to go and all of that stuff. So being chauffeured is not fun for me at all. And the person that's driving me is not always the best driver. She almost ran a red light today, which was a little bit of a seat clincher there. Like, she gets to talking and doesn't always pay the best attention. It's not on purpose. It's just she gets to talking and doesn't always pay attention. And that happens to all of us. But I would consider myself like a pretty good driver. And there's very few people that I actually like to be a passenger to, because people are crazy. And that's just the way it is. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. So that feeling of like, oh God, somebody else is behind the wheel, I can't do this. It's a pretty common feeling, I think. So that's taking some getting used to, but with my arm completely immobilized and like a pillow around my waist, it would so not be safe for me to even attempt to drive. So that's kind of hard. I mean, you don't realize like how many things you do, like when you're driving. It's kind of like this freedom that you don't really appreciate until you can't do it anymore, right? Like, I feel for people who have had their licenses taken away, because I totally get it. It's your independence is kind of like stripped from you for a bit. And man, I have a lot of empathy for you guys, because at least with me, this is temporary, but for some of us, it's not. And that would be really, really difficult to get used to not have that independence anymore. Yeah, just, if I get to a point where I can't drive anymore, I just am praying to God that I am rich enough to hire a professional driver that can just drive me around, because and a professional, because again, people are kind of crazy and professionals would hopefully be less so, right? So yeah, it's just, and they'll be on call all the time, just a live-in driver, because who knows, I might want to get up and go to a coffee house at 2 o'clock in the morning. You never know. So that's been a bit of an adjustment. And kind of a harder one, but it's okay, because again, it's just temporary. So I've been getting a lot of work done on this canvas. I think the last time that I talked to you guys, I was somewhere up in the middle of this painting, like kind of, and still had like a long ways to go on it. I don't remember for sure where I was at, but I feel like I've gotten a lot done, considering I'm doing single placing with my non-dominant hand. And hey, actually, I'm going to keep this up after I'm completely healed, even just as like to be able to take a break, because sometimes your hands get tired, right? So from holding a pen, and I know like my posture's horrible right now, and my pen grip is like not even close to what it would be if it was in my right hand, but that's to be expected. But it does give like a bit of a relief to your dominant hand. For me, I'm not using that hand at all, so I don't have a choice but to keep going this way if my hand gets tired, or just stop painting. But I think that for like normal everyday painting, I'm going to keep switching back and forth, because I feel like I would be able to keep both hands from getting so fatigued and be able to keep painting for longer. So it is a useful skill. And my dexterity with my left has greatly improved over the course of this, let me tell you. Like, I can do everything with my left hand. Eat with my left hand, brush my teeth, all the things, right? So that's fun. That's kind of a fun little challenge. And it was more of a challenge when I first started doing it, but I'm getting pretty used to it now, so it's getting a lot easier to function. I have gotten to a point where I no longer need any assistance getting like my clothes changed. I can get this, you know, monstrosity off with one hand easily, without using any of those muscles in my shoulder now. So that is very helpful, because waiting to ask someone's help to have your shirt changed as an adult is kind of, it's inconvenient for you, first of all, and it's almost humiliating in another way, because, like, you know, you're an adult, you should be able to change your own clothes, but, you know, when you can't, you can't. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way my brain works. It's not okay. So it's been hard to, like, you know, actually stop and ask people for help when I need it. So that's something I'm getting used to. And I'm really looking forward to this being completely healed and having its functionality back, because it was getting to a point with my shoulder that if I raised my right hand above my head, it would dislocate. And that's not an exaggeration. That actually happened in December, as a matter of fact. And then pushing myself up, like, you know, when sometimes, like, when you're laying down, you want to, like, push yourself up farther on the bed and get a little more comfortable, like roll on your side. That dislocated my shoulder in March. So, no joke, it just kind of was popping out all the time, and it hurts like an SOB when that happens. It really does. And I'm kind of tired of that. So I'm really looking forward to being able to function without so much worry that raising my hand or, like, turning over wrong or reaching for something wrong is going to pop my shoulder out. Interesting thing with that is that muscle memory, right? So, like, even though everything is all attached and everything is fine, my muscle memory wants to not move certain directions. It'll like, my shoulder will actually lock up and freeze sometimes during physical therapy because of that memory of, like, it popping out. So when it goes to certain places, it won't move. And when that happened last time, I told my therapist, I was like, I'm so sorry, it's not me, I swear I'm relaxed and my arm is all twitchy and freezing up, and I swear I'm not fighting you, I have no control over this. She's like, no, it happens all the time with these kind of injuries. It's muscle memory, it's fine. So yeah, that's been a bit of a obstacle, but you know what, we have met the goals that have been set so far. We're not really allowed to really go much farther at this point because it is still so new, and we just can't risk the tendon not attaching correctly. So they're taking it very, very slow, because if the tendon does not fully heal to the bone, then I'm looking at a whole different kind of surgery that's a lot worse, a lot more painful, and a lot longer downtime. So we are being very, very cautious and making sure that tendon heals its attachment correctly. So it's been slow, but it's been good. So we're at the goals we're maintaining right now, and just kind of taking it one day at a time. My calendar this month is so freaking full, it's unbelievable. Because Izzy still has all of her stuff that she's got to do. Her occupational therapy, her school, her speech therapy, all those things, right? So it's... And then you add my twice a week physical therapy on top of it, plus my mental health therapy on top of that. And yeah, so my calendar has gotten very, very full again, which kind of sucks because I'm not driving, but I'm getting chauffeured around like a taxi. Which if I was able to, look, so like I don't mind being driven around if it's someone that I fully 100% trust behind the wheel. My fiance is an excellent driver, fully relaxed in his vehicle, with him behind the wheel, fully relaxed. Other people around me, not so much. But I do like to do things like knit in the car or read a book in the car, that kind of thing. So if I was able to actually like knit while I was riding around and somebody else is driving my car, I would feel a lot more comfortable because it gives me some distraction. But I can't really do that right now. So just kind of sitting there and trying not to be too obvious when I clench my seat and go, please don't kill me. Or like, hey, there's a car coming. That's a red light. Don't run it, please. That kind of thing. So trying to stay chill, but I don't know if I'm fully succeeding at that. But we're trying. So yeah, it's been a long couple of weeks here since, and it's been a long time since I've posted. I think we're looking at almost 3 weeks since my last posting, and so it's been a bit, and I do apologize for my absence. It's just been a little bit of a crazy time right now. But that's okay. It'll all be over soon. I am really looking forward to the next painting that I'm doing. The next painting that I'm doing is a Craftably kit, which I am so sad. Have you guys heard that Craftably closed their doors? I am so sad about that. It was a husband and wife team based out of Texas. Small family-owned business that I think there was some... I think he's tied to the military somehow, and they opened up a diamond painting company down in their hometown in Texas, and they were doing really well for quite a while, but they went on a short break to move to a new warehouse, and then they announced that they were not able to maintain that new warehouse. They ended up filing for bankruptcy, and I think there's still a couple of things right now that you can order from Craftably, but there won't be any new stuff, and it's only a matter of time before they're closed, like, off of the website even. I think they're just selling what they have in stock is what they're doing. So if there's, something that you've been holding off on getting from them, don't hold off, because they're not going to be around. Yeah, they're basically just trying to get rid of whatever leftover stock that they have. So I'm very fortunate to have, I think I have 3 or 4 of their kits. 3 for sure. 4, I think. And I think that's right. 3 or 4 of theirs, and they have great quality and beautiful works of art, beautiful product. So I'm very sad about that. They also had these, and I don't know if there's any in stock. If there is not, then I apologize for even mentioning it. If there is, you better get it now because, well, you're not going to get a chance to again. So they have these telescoping plastic art tubes that you can store a rolled up diamond painting in without it getting squished. And then it's got this little carry handle on it so you can kind of take your painting on the go. I love those. I love those. There's been, I have a couple of purchases that I made that were like, one of them was off of a D-Stash group, and another one, the other one I can't remember. Anyway, the box was pretty messed up from it, and there was just no saving it. So I rolled the kits up and the diamonds up and put them in these tubes, and they make excellent storage containers for paintings that you don't have a box for. They also make good, like, when you have a painting that has drills on them and you are not quite done with it and you don't want anything happening to that, then you can roll it up and stash it in one of those, and it keeps everything nice and safe. Because if you're like me and have toddlers and youngins that like to play with things that they shouldn't, that can be a problem sometimes. So they're really great to like keep a work in progress or to take a painting on the go. Again, I don't know if they have any in stock right now or if they're even still online at this point. I'll put a link down below if I can find it. If not, I'm sorry for mentioning it, but I love them. And so I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to purchase those when I did. And I'm so sad that they're not going to be with us anymore in this community. So sad about that. But, you know, it happens. Sometimes it just happens, you know. I can't even imagine the amount of effort and funds that it takes to start a diamond painting company and run it. I mean, could you imagine? Like, I'd rather spend my time painting. Thank you very much. I'm having enough with my own business, and I can't even imagine like being big on that scale with a product that you have to like outsource, and just no thank you. At least with my business, I can make all my own products. All my soap is made by me, in my sterilized kitchen. You know, all of my lip balm is made by me in my sterilized kitchen. There's, you know, so for me, I can at least make my product. And if I had to outsource everything, I don't know that that would be a very good thing for me, because if something's going to happen, you know, it's going to happen. And that just seems to be the case for that. So I would hate to have to like be reliant on, especially because you never know when, you know, the whole COVID shutdown thing, that really like just, you don't know what's going to happen to our transportation system. And if you are relying on sources from another country, like if another epidemic or something happens, and regardless of what your feelings on COVID are, because I have my own personal feelings, I'm not going to share them on here. This is not a political channel. I don't want to get into that. But reality is that was a huge effect on our economic status in this country. It was a huge effect on our healthcare system. It was a huge effect on our transportation system. And we're still not recovering from that. We're still not recovered. And if something like that were to happen again, and you're a business that's relying solely on outsource, I can understand why you may be having a harder time. Totally understandable. So, yeah. Anyway, very sad that they're out of business. Understand that, it was probably a lot to do with finances and maybe not having their suppliers hold up their end of the deal, which, that could be a huge thing. So yeah, I get it. And it sucks for us, but I get it. So yeah, I think that's the next kit that I'm doing is one by them. It's quite a bit smaller than this one. And it's a round instead of a square drill. It's called, what is it called? Daydream Sea Turtles. And I think the artist on that is Sheena Pike, if I am not mistaken. I'm trying to read it over there because it's sitting on the top of my tower over there. I'm trying to read it and I can't see the fine print that far away. My eyes are not that good. So, I think it's by Sheena Pike though. And you know what? She is being licensed by a few different companies now. She was kind of hard to find her stuff. And now she's being licensed. There's like some new pictures from Dreamer Designs coming out. That's a Sheena Pike. I think I saw some other places, but I don't want to say the names of them in case I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm glad to see her artwork getting out more. She's got some beautiful artwork. Really excited about that. And so the other thing that happened, and this just happened just a few days ago, I was going through my email for this channel, and I haven't done that in a bit. So I was cleaning out some email. And about a week ago, I got an email from a company, which I will not name because I will not get into any I don't want to bring harm to a small business ever, or a new business. And I don't know enough about this company to say for sure that, oh yeah, it's a Chinese ripoff company. That's not, I don't want to participate in those kinds of things. So I'll just not name them and leave it at that. I got an offer to collaborate with them, where they would send me some product to review. And at first I was really excited about that because who doesn't want to have the opportunity to get some free diamond painting stuff and review some great products at the same time. This is where I'm going to say always do your research before you commit to anything. So I did not, it took a while. I think they sent it on the 27th or the 28th or something. And by the time that I saw it, it was already the 1st. So it had been a little bit and I hadn't responded to it because I didn't know that I had it. And I thought about responding I was really excited about it. So I thought about responding right away, but I thought, no, I'm going to do some research on this company first because I won't ever recommend anything that I don't fully 100% believe in or support. That's not fair to you guys. It's not fair to my integrity. So I just won't do it. So I get on there and I'm researching it, and I run into some artwork that I have seen on Diamond Art Club. And that artist was not given credit for the work. They were saying it was an AI image. Now, it could be a coincidence. Could be maybe I missed something. You know, there's all kinds of could be's there. But we all know that in the craft world that we're in, a lot of artists' hard work gets ripped off and gets repackaged and resold. And those artists that spent all of those times creating their wonderful masterpieces for us don't get anything out of it. It's a very common problem, and it's a very sad thing. And a lot of times it's because copyright laws can be how do I say that? Can be not binding in other countries, where a lot of the times this might happen. So immediately I was like, so glad I didn't respond to that. You know, my neck hair kind of stood up, and did some more research and discovered that it's not a company that I choose to do business with, because I won't participate in anything that compromises my integrity or my values. So just be warned for any content creators out there, or anybody who's looking to create some content or wanting to do some collaborations with people. Just do your research and know who it is that you're doing business with. I'm very glad that I did my research before agreeing to anything with them, because at that point I just deleted the email and wouldn't respond. And they never got a response from me, so I don't think they were expecting one. And regardless, I would very politely decline to do business with that, because I can't 100% trust that source. And I will never recommend anything I can't 100% trust. I also won't participate in any company backlash or, you know, dogging on people. So I won't name who they are. And I won't name the artist either. Because I don't think it's fair to bring negative attention. It could be that maybe I wasn't fully aware of who that artist is licensed through. Maybe I misread the situation, but I went with my gut on this one, and I'm happy that I did. So anybody looking to do business, just know who it is that you're doing business with. And that goes with anything, really. I am starting up my business, and I would never want to do business with people that knowingly... I would never want to do business with... Because I have to order supplies for my products, and I do the best I can to make sure that those supplies are from a reputable company. You know, and that it's trustworthy. It is what it says it is. It's the actual products that it says it is. You know, I've done some research on that. So just know who it is that you are doing business with, because I would never want to intentionally mislead my customers or my subscribers, you guys. You know, I would never want to intentionally mislead somebody because I was misled. So just be cautious out there, right? So much fakery out there. So just be cautious. So that was my super exciting, not exciting moment. for diamond painting. I got super excited for a second, and then my bubble got popped, but you know, that's okay. Someday, you know, maybe I can do a collab with a more reputable company that, you know, I would be happy to support. I do have some affiliation links down below that, you know, people have used, and thank you if you have. I really appreciate it. It helps support making more content, so thank you for that. So I have that kind of collaboration, and someday, who knows, maybe someday it'll go beyond that, where I find a company and they want to do business where they send me stuff to review, you know, someday. Could happen. We'll see. In the meantime, I just do this for my own enjoyment anyway, so my own enjoyment, my own sense of sanity, I guess. You know, I am a craft curator. I collect crafts. So that might make me a little crazy in some people's eyes, but I don't think I'm crazy. I just think I like to make things. So yeah, that's that. Now I am... Okay, so I kind of stopped watching The Office for a little bit because I discovered Big Bang Theory. Another train that I have missed by light years. If you guys can't tell, I don't watch a lot of like movies and TV, because I'm naming all these old things that like people have known about forever, and I'm just like, nah, whatever. But I've kind of started getting into it more because, well, for one thing, my fiance and his daughter are both movie fanatics. Like, they could literally hold an entire conversation in nothing but different movie quotes and TV show quotes. And I think that's awesome. Like, I love that. It's hilarious. But a lot of the times I'm not understanding where the references come from. So I've been, you know, I kind of have a lot of time on my hands. So I've been watching TV and watching shows. So one of the ones that I discovered was I kind of like The Big Bang Theory. And that's another one that, you know, my fiance really likes too. So he kind of said something about it once, and I looked into it, and then I ended up watching like 6 seasons in like, I just let it play like all the time and watched like 6 seasons in like a week. So yeah. So I'm watching Big Bang. I am listening to the Wheel of Time series. I think I mentioned that the last time that I made a video, is that I had restarted the Robert Jordan, Brandon Sanderson Wheel of Time series. And I am on book 2 now. And I'm almost done with it. I'm almost ready to move on to book 3. And I've read all of them before, but it's been a long time. And I just periodically love to just re-listen to things, especially when I'm diamond painting. Kind of gives me something to focus on when I'm doing this. So yeah, I've been killing that book for sure, and loving it, and killing the Big Bang Theory and loving it. I am at a standstill on the Battlestar Galactica series because I'm waiting on some discs. So yeah, that one's kind of at a standstill right now because I can't find that one at a reasonable cost on TV anywhere. So and he's got all the seasons on actual discs, so I'm waiting on discs so that I can finish that. And I'll probably have that finished in like a couple of weeks, to be honest, because I love it. Yeah. So yesterday was International Harry Potter Day. So to all of you fellow Potterheads out there, Happy Potter Day. Tomorrow is May the 4th be with you. So For all my Star Wars fans, like me. Well, I can't say that I'm a diehard fan these days. I love it. I like it. I'm not as hardcore as I used to be into Star Wars. They've kind of, I wasn't real happy when Disney got a hold of it and kind of took things over and started changing everything and putting out all these weird things that didn't have anything to do with it. So kind of fell out of love with it a little bit. But the original Star Wars, series, episodes, 1 through 6, cool beans, man. Loving them. So may the 4th be with you. Because, yep, it'll be May the 4th tomorrow. Or today, whenever this video gets posted. Which I'm going to try to post this tonight. I'm actually going to pause right here and get this section finished up. And then we'll do the big reveal and let you see all of its glory and the final finish. I'll bring you back when I have just a couple more drills to place. This placing one at a time with your non-dominant hand takes a little longer than normal, so I'm moving kind of slow, and if I keep filming this at this rate, it'll be like a 2-hour session. So I'm gonna get some work done on this. I'll bring you back for the last little bit and the final reveal. So pause for me. For you guys, no transition. It's like 2 seconds for you. For me, it'll be like an hour. So we'll see you back then. Okay, so we're not done yet, but a thought just occurred to me, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. And it's more of a curious question than a thought. So does anybody else get like this immense satisfaction, like when you finish a color, like you're 100% done with it on your canvas? For those of you who work section by section or don't do all of one color at the same time, does it give anybody else like immense satisfaction being able to like put that color back into its container knowing you don't have to touch that color again for the rest of the painting? Like for me, I don't know, I just get some sort of weird satisfaction out of that. Like, I love confetti. I love changing the colors. Like some of these sections had 30 something colors in them, and it was crazy because literally, even if I was multi-placing, there would be no multi-placing in some of these sections because of how many freaking colors there were in them. But, when it gets down to the end of it, and you don't have to touch that color again, like, that's just such a satisfying feeling, isn't it? Or is it just me? Could just be me. But anyway, I just wanted to share that little tidbit. So I am going to put you back on pause. I'll bring you back in a little bit to check in just a few. We'll get finished up together, get all cleaned up, and do the final unveiling. The final countdown. If I just got that song stuck in your head like I did with mine, I apologize. Anywho, I'll be right back. Guys, we're getting closer. We're almost there. Look at that. Not much left. Okay, I'm going to keep working and I'll be right back. Okay, just another quick little update here. We are getting so close. It is so close. Yeah, so there's the song that keeps playing in my head over and over and over again. Every time I finish these colors, can you guess what it is? I'll give you a hint. Don't. Yep, it's another one bites the dust. Every time. Every time I empty one of these containers and trays. Oh, and I just wanted to show you real quick too. Not all of the trays that I use are like these paid for expensive ones. I have like, I don't know how many of these things. These cheap little plastic green ones that come in some of the cheaper kits that you can get. I have so many of those. I keep every tray from every kit that I have, because at some point, like right now, you get to a point where you have so little left that it's actually quicker for you to just dump all of your colors into trays and just work out of as many trays as you have colors. So yeah, I keep all of those. And I use them all towards the end of a painting. Right now, I have about 30 trays filled with different color drills spread out across this painting and my work surface. So just a quick little, thing in there is you don't have to upgrade your tools. Like, everything you need to do a diamond painting is going to be included in the kit. And if it's not, then there's a problem. So yeah, I save all of those little things because, again, like I someday I'll have, 100 of my favoriteest trays ever to work from, and I won't need to save all of these things. But right now I'm saving all of my freebies because I do get to a point where I use them all. Well, maybe not all, because I think I have more trays than I have colors at this point. At least for this kit. But yeah, spread all of my colors out towards the end of a painting, and those little free trays, those come in real big handy for this. Some of you guys work out of just trays, like you don't have any other container but trays, and they're like in these tower things. I'm a little bit envious. I'm also very realistic with myself, knowing that I could never do that for an entire painting, because I am klutzy enough that that would end up on the floor and I would have to replace an entire painting's worth of drills. And who wants to do that, right? Like, you've already paid for them once. Why do you want to pay for them again? But that's what would happen if it was me, because I'm klutzy. I also have children that are, little klutzy themselves, also a little grabby. So that doesn't work for me. But I can understand why you do it, and a part of me is a little bit envious. So just thought I'd throw that out there too. But yeah, I'm sitting here humming Another One Bites the Dust every time I finish one of these colors, and it is the last time for this painting. Just like right now. So I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, I'm bringing you back in for the last little bit of this, and then we'll do the final reveal. Look at that, it's almost done. Sometimes I find, and I don't know how true this is for anybody else, but sometimes I do find that partway through one of these, I will lose motivation to finish it. And that is typically when I switch over to a different one and work on that one for a while. However, I am trying this new thing out where I am like uni-project, I guess you would say. Working on one at a time. So I haven't done that with this one. And sometimes that's just meant that I have put it kind of just off to the side and done other things for quite a while. And then I come back to it and I kind of have to like really push myself to get back into it, which I find kind of frustrating. And I just got a knock on the door. I will be right back. Okay, we're back. I had a knock on the door, so I have to deal with that. Okay, so knocking the camera around and everything. Sorry about that. I don't exactly remember what I was saying. Something about working on one project at a time. I kind of get a little burnt out sometimes. I've had that happen to me a couple of times on this painting, but I think most of that was due to how long I've been doing it. Because I'll tell you what, Dreamer Designs, they make beautiful stuff. I'm thrilled with all of their products. It has nothing to do with the artwork or anything else, because I also love the subject matter of this. It's just, I think, because I have been working on it for so much longer than I thought I would be. Just with life happening and all of that stuff, that I think that's why I got burnt out on it. And I kind of tend to do that towards the middle. And I kind of have to really like make myself work on it to finish it. Normally I would change projects, but I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm trying to work on one at a time. So we'll see if that happens to me on this next one. But the thing is like once I like kind of make myself work on it, then I really get excited about working on it again. And I love it all over again. And especially when it gets down to the end like this. I'm so excited. This is almost done. I don't know where that came from, but there you go. Yeah. So if that happens to you, just kind of either put it aside and work on something else until you find love for it again, or make yourself work on it and trudge through, because I promise you will start to enjoy it again. I have read a lot of people get like burnout on diamond painting, and I understand. It's a little, it can get a little tedious sometimes. I personally love the tediousness. I just get bored with one project at a time kind of thing. But that's my new thing I'm trying, and we'll see if the next one, if that happens, because the next one's quite a bit smaller and it's a different shape. And I have more time to just focus on it so that it just gets done. Because really, I really, truly, honestly think that a lot of it has to do with the amount of time that I have been working on this. And it's a lot of sections with just so much of the same colors that I can almost say getting bored with it. Almost. I think that's probably a good way to put it. But I love Dreamer Designs. And you know, something that I really love about Dreamer Designs is their quality, of course. But I also love the fact that they give you so many extras. Because I'll tell you what, this painting has been around the world, man. It really has. I have had 4 separate occasions with this painting where I have had to stop painting for a couple days just to sort drills back into where they go and cleaning them off the floor and all of that. I have also had to re-glue this painting, and not by any fault of Dreamer Designs. So my toddlers really like diamond art, and they think they're helping when they sort mommy's drills for her into a single tray of 8 colors. That's helping. They're young. I mean, they're like 4 and 3. So it's cute. It's cute. It's not cute in the moment. And I have found, for me, the easiest way for me to resort drills back into their containers when they're all mixed up like that is to dump them into a bigger tray, like one of these. Dump them all into there. And slowly pour from that tray or trays, however many it may take, onto a paper plate, a white paper plate. And slowly sift them until I'm at the point where I can and spread them out, and then like pick them up with my finger. I don't try to use tweezers or a pen or anything like that. I'll moisten my finger like on a wet wipe and just let the drills do their stick to my finger. That to me has been the easiest way for me to sort spilled drills. And I'll tell you what, it's a darn good thing that they give you so many extras, because there has been so many lost on my floor, and may they rest in peace of the vacuum dust. Just from those accidental dumpings happening. So I really appreciate the fact that Dreamer Designs gives you well over what you need to do your painting. And I think a lot of the upper companies do that. But I really appreciate that when a company does that. Sometimes, you run into a color that you run out of with some of the cheaper companies, and it's not fun to have to go through the process of trying to find it in your spare drills, or find somebody who has it, or find it online, and it's just a whole process, and it's not fun. And I also love the fact that they have the oopsie insurance on their pictures. And if you can't recover enough to finish your picture, you can always contact them and they'll send you replacement drills. So I really appreciate that fact. And the other thing that I really appreciate is the quality of the glue on their canvases. Because I have had little fingernails picking and poking at this thing for 8 months. And those little fingernails have not been successful in peeling anything. So thank you, Dreamer Designs, for that. Now I did have one section that my littlest had stuck her lollipop covered sticky hands directly onto the surface of the canvas where all the glue was and ruined the stick. And I'll tell you how to fix that. So first I took a baby wipe to the area and wiped off all of the unwanted fuzzy wuzzies that were there. And there was a lot of them because lollipop stick makes everything stick. So there was a lot of fuzzy wuzzies that we had to get rid of. And then I used this diamond painting adhesive from Diamond Art Club. And I know there's a lot of companies that sell this stuff. I've never had cause to really use it, but I got a deal on it, and I figured why not have some on hand just in case. Well, this painting experienced my first just in case moment. And I had to wipe off all the fuzzies and then re-glue that area so that it was sticky again. Sticky enough for the drills. And I'll tell you what, that glue, I can't speak for anything else because, again, I've never really had to use it. But that one in particular, really easy to apply. Cures really quickly. And there was no difference between the not ruined piece and the ruined piece after I used it. It was, I mean, I can't even point to what section it was that I re-glued because there's no difference. It brought it completely 100% back to life with no issues. So thank you, Diamond Art Club, for that. But thank you, Dreamer Designs, for having awesome quality in the first place. And I can guarantee you that if it hadn't have been for those lollipop fingers, never would have had to do that, because I have never had an issue with Dreamer Designs glue, ever. It's nice, good stuff. It's very sticky when it needs to be. So, good stuff. Look at this, you guys. We are so close. We are so close to it. I'm getting so excited. Oh, and then I go and put it on crooked. There we go. All right, this is the last color that we're going to use, and then we get to do a reveal and see it in all of its glory. I am so excited. I'm so happy. This is actually a gift for a family member that they asked me to do like forever ago, and when I finally got around to it, things happened, and it's just been such a process. So I'm really excited for this to be on its way to them. Actually, I think they're coming down here for another visit soon, so I may just wait for them to get here, because I have a feeling this is going to be incredibly expensive to ship. And also, like, the amount of work that I've put into this, if it got lost in the mail, I'd be so mad. So mad. So I don't know that I really want to risk that. I think I'll just wait, because they should be coming down here again soon. So I think I'll just send them a picture of it and say, hey, your picture's done. When you come down here next, make sure you come and see me so you can get it. And I'll just keep it in one of my plastic tubes from Craftably to keep it safe from any damage that can occur from having children. Kids are white, you can't have nice things. That's not true. Well, sort of. It is sort of. I love my munchkins. I really do. They are angels, and I love them so much. Sometimes they can get a little bit on my nerves. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this last drill. Ta-da! We are done. We are done. Done. Okay. Are you guys ready to see the final results? The final reveal? I know I am. I'm really excited about this. We're done with this one. So this is the artist rendering of the picture. So let's see what it looks like when it's all complete. Okay, so this is the before, the artist picture. Are you ready? Close your eyes. The after. Ta-da! It's beautiful. I'm so excited, guys. Look at that. It's so pretty, and look at that sparkle. Oh my goodness. And it came out really good. Like really, really nicely compared to that artist picture and what it actually looks like. Holy cow. Pretty, pretty. And look at that sparkle. I love it. Love it. Awesome. Yay. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I will see you all in the next Paint With Me. Probably featuring that Daydream Sea Turtle, but we'll see. We'll see what my brain decides to do. But isn't that just gorgeous? Autumn Wolf Family, Dreamer Designs. Artist is Jan Patrick Krasny. Krasny. All right, I love it. I love it so much. Thanks for hanging. Be cool, be kind, stay safe. Peace out.